Imagine this. You're at a Coldplay concert. The lights are flashing. The crowd is singing along to Fix You. Everyone is having the time of their life. Now, picture the camera zooming in on a couple in the audience, like one of those sweet concert moments. But this time, it's not sweet at all. Because the guy in the shot, he's not with his wife. And the woman next to him, not his partner either. And before the night is over, the entire world will know who they are. This is the story of how one Coldplay concert turned into a nightmare for a billionaire CEO named Andy Byron. It's a story of betrayal, humiliation, and the internet going full detective mode. And let me tell you, it's wild. So, who is Andy Byron? Honestly, before this week, most people didn't even know his name. He's the CEO of a tech company called Astronomer. Big job, big money, big reputation. The kind of guy you'd expect to have everything: career, family, respect. And for a long time, it seemed like he did. He was married to Megan, a woman who supported him through everything. They had a family. From the outside, it looked perfect. But all that changed in a single night. It started at a Coldplay concert. Andy wasn't alone. He wasn't with his wife either. Nope. He was with someone else. A woman named Kristen Kat. Now here's where it gets messy. Kristen isn't just some random person. She works at Andy's company. Not just any job. She's the chief people officer. That means she's in charge of HR. Yep, the person who enforces the rules about workplace relationships was breaking them herself. Both Andy and Kristen are married. Both have families. And both thought they could keep this little outing a secret. Spoiler alert, they couldn't. The two showed up at the concert, dressed low-key, sitting in the upper seats, probably thinking no one would notice. But then the camera found them. You know those cute moments when the camera pans to couples in the crowd? The stadium screen lights up with their faces. Everyone cheers. But Andy and Kristen? Their faces said it all. Pure panic. Andy tries to duck behind the railing like he's hiding from the FBI. Kristen turns her head and covers her face. And then comes the moment that sealed their fate. Coldplay's lead singer, Chris Martin, looks at the screen and says, "Oh, look at these two. Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy." The crowd laughs. The internet explodes. Within hours, the clip is everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. People slow it down frame by frame. Reddit goes full detective. Before Andy can even leave the concert, the internet knows exactly who he is. They find his LinkedIn. They find Kristen's LinkedIn. They find family photos. And then the bomb drops. Andy is married. Kristen is married. Both have kids. And here they are, caught in 4K, looking guilty as sin. Comments start rolling in. People can't believe the irony. The CEO of a billion-dollar company caught cheating at a concert. Some comments said, "The man builds a company on data transparency and still thought no one would see this." Another said, "Imagine losing your wife and your job over Coldplay." Savage. And the memes? Endless. People are putting Coldplay lyrics over his photos. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. That one was everywhere. But let's talk about the real heart of this story. Megan, Andy's wife. Megan has been with Andy for years. She's been his biggest cheerleader, showing up at events, sharing family photos, supporting him through everything. Her social media was full of love and pride. And then, in one night, it all blew up. While she was home thinking her husband was on a work trip. The entire world was watching him cozy up to another woman on a giant screen. And to make it worse, Chris Martin turned, edited into a joke that went viral overnight. How did Megan react? Not with a meltdown, not with angry posts. She stayed calm, quiet, powerful. She simply removed Byron from her name on social media. That's it. And the internet loved her for it. People started calling her a queen. Comments were like, "Drop the Byron, keep the dignity." Meghan went from being a private person to the internet's favorite stranger. People were rooting for her to take everything in the divorce, the house, the kids, the company. And honestly, can you blame them? Now, while all this drama is unfolding online, Andy's world starts falling apart at work too. The board of his company steps in. They place him on an indefinite leave of absence. That's not just a vacation. That's a big red flag. It means they're distancing the company from the scandal and starting an investigation. They're looking into everything: policy violations, misuse of company resources, even whether Kristen got her position in an unethical way. Kristen's name disappears from the company website. Rumors say her email got deactivated. This is no longer just a meme. This is corporate damage control. And let's not forget the irony. Kristen's job was literally to prevent this exact kind of thing from happening. She's supposed to enforce the rules, not break them. Now employees are watching the drama unfold and trust in leadership gone. People are making jokes like, "You're writing up interns for being late, but you're snuggling with the CEO at a concert?" Ouch. But you know who didn't sign up for this? The kids. Both Andy and Kristen have kids. And now this isn't just a private mistake. This is a viral scandal. Imagine being a kid walking into school and seeing your parent in a cheating video on TikTok. That's not just embarrassing. That's life-changing trauma. This video is never going away. It's online forever. And then came the final blow. Meghan files for divorce. No drama, no public statements. Just action. And that's when, according to sources, Andy broke down. People close to him say he's been a mess, crying, not eating, not sleeping, isolating. But honestly, that's the price of bad decisions. You don't get to cheat in public and then act shocked when your world collapses. Andy even released a statement. He said, "I want to apologize to my wife, my family, and my team. I'm taking time to reflect." Classic PR move. But then he added something that made people furious. He said, "It's troubling that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent." Sir, you were at a stadium with 50,000 people. That is not private. You can't blame the camera guy for your choices. There were even rumors his team tried to get Coldplay to apologize for singling him out. Can you imagine? Chris Martin owes you nothing, my guy. You cheated. He just pointed out what everyone could see. Now Andy's legacy is ruined. Before this, he was a tech innovator. Now, he's the guy who got caught cheating on the big screen with Chris Martin making jokes about it. That video will never die. It's going to pop up every time someone plays Fix You. It'll be in HR training videos for years as an example of what not to do. So here's where we are. Andy's wife, gone. His marriage, over. His job, on hold. His reputation, destroyed. And the internet? Still laughing. Meanwhile, Coldplay is out here selling more tickets than ever because of this drama. Honestly, you couldn't write this stuff. But here's the thing. No one saw coming. This story didn't just stop at the concert. It kept growing like wildfire. Every day, new details came out. People were digging into old photos, old interviews, and even company events. Someone even found a clip from a tech conference where Andy was giving a big talk about trust and integrity. And guess who was sitting in the front row clapping like she was at a Broadway show? Yep, Kristen. That clip started trending too, with people writing comments like, "Well, that didn't age well." The internet never forgets, and let's not forget the kids again. Because honestly, that's the part that stings the most. Two families torn apart. Two sets of kids who didn't ask for any of this. They didn't choose to have their parents trend worldwide. And now they'll carry that weight for a long time. It's easy to laugh at the memes, but behind them are real people dealing with real pain. This whole story is like a cautionary tale for our times. About choices, about cameras everywhere, about how one moment can change everything. Andy probably thought it was just a concert, just a night out. He didn't think about the big screen, the cameras, the internet detectives. But that's the world we live in now. There are no secrets in a stadium with 50,000 people and 1,000 phones recording. And now the internet has crowned this as one of the most insane scandals of the year. People are saying it's the perfect mix of drama, irony, and Coldplay lyrics. And honestly, they're not wrong. Before we wrap this up, let me ask you again. What do you think? Should Andy lose his job forever? Was Meghan the real winner here? And was Chris Martin wrong for joking, or was it just harmless fun? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And hey, if you enjoyed this wild story, don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe for more unbelievable real-life drama. Because trust me, the internet never sleeps, and neither do these stories. See you next time.